everyone is welcome. We are going to watch the sci-fi adventure film Time Trap, which was released in 2017. In this story, a group of young people go to a mysterious cave in search of a group of people whose professor has gone missing. After several days, the professor has not returned, so the group of young people go to find their professor and enter this mysterious cave. But the group will have to face an experience they never dreamed of. So, we invite everyone to watch this super film with a different concept of time and an unimaginable ending until the end. Join us today until it ends like this. At the beginning of the film, we see a group of young people entering a cave that is forbidden to enter. Within a few minutes, something unimaginable happens to them. Because of this, a girl from there decides to ask for help and come out of the cave. But when he comes out, he sees that the earth has completely changed. He sees huge rocks everywhere, a huge dust storm coming from afar, and even a spaceship in the distance. This means that in the few minutes they have been inside the cave, more than 1,000 years have passed since they left the cave. Later in the film, we see how all this happened. We see Hopper, an archaeology professor, and his dog Boss searching for something in this mysterious cave. In the meantime, they find a van that looks like it belongs to the 70s. It seems that Hopper has come here to find a group of people who went missing in this area decades ago. And this van also belongs to them. As the investigation continues, Boss suddenly starts barking as if he has sensed something. Without paying much attention to Boss's behavior, Hopper enters a cave and sees a cowboy who has been frozen in time. From his clothes and gun, he looks like he's from another era. Hopper, not knowing what to do, decides to quickly return home. At Hopper's house, Hopper is welcomed by two of his students, Taylor and Jackie. So, they were both ready to study the cave with Hopper. But unfortunately for them, Hopper says that the plan had to be changed. So, he goes to the cave alone. After a while, Hopper takes all the necessary things and leaves to go back to the cave. There, he finds a mysterious layer that separates the atmosphere outside the cave and the atmosphere inside the cave. Without thinking much about it, Hopper enters the layer, when the cowboy who was standing in front of him suddenly starts walking. In the next scene, it has been 2 days since Hopper went to the cave. Since there is still no message from the professor, Taylor and Jackie are ready to go in search of him. But since they don't have a car to go, Taylor is forced to ask a girl named Jackie Kara for help. So, this Kara has a big crush on Taylor. Because of this, Kara immediately agrees to take her father's Jeep, but Kara says that her sister, Vives, will also come with her. Things will get more complicated, so they have to take another little boy with them. Apparently, Vives and Furby are shooting for a project at their school. After a while, they arrive at the van where Hopper found it. There, they find out that it was none other than his parents who came to find Hopper in this cave. Apparently, they entered this cave several decades ago in search of the Fountain of Youth, but they never came out again. There, they find a worn-out rope as they go to another side of the cave. Jackie follows the rope and enters through a small tunnel and sees that the rope has been cut. He also sees that the cave goes very deep, so this is definitely where their professor is lost. But Taylor says that there is no way that the rope belongs to Hopper because it is such an old rope. However, they decide to check the cave. While he goes inside, Furby has to watch from the outside because he is very afraid of the dark. While going down the cave, Kara finds the mysterious layer that separates the atmosphere from the light atmosphere inside the cave. He tells Taylor that the temperature on the other side of that layer is different. Anyway, they finally go down to the bottom of the cave. Then they show us Hopper, who entered the cave 2 days ago. As he slowly enters the cave, he suddenly hears someone screaming and a scary barking sound from inside the cave. Hopper, who is very scared, starts running out of the cave and sees the sun going out. When he finally comes out of the cave, it is already dark, but Hopper has not been inside the cave for even 2 minutes. Hopper quickly goes to where his truck is and sees how the trees have completely covered the truck. Also, the area that was once a desert has become a dense jungle. This means that decades have passed, since Hopper entered this mysterious cave. After a while, Taylor and his group find the old jeep of the hunter who came, as well as Taylor's backpack. Because of this, Hopper decides to go back into the cave and look for them. Next, we see Taylor and his group examining the cave and hear the scary barking that Hopper heard. Thinking that some terrible animal has appeared in the darkness, they decide to abandon the journey and go back. Since Jackie is the best climber among the people there, he decides to climb up first. After climbing a short distance, the rope suddenly breaks and Jackie falls to the ground from a rather large height. This causes Jackie's leg to break and Taylor's arm to break as he tries to save her. Then Taylor tries the second rope they came down with, but surprisingly, someone has cut that rope too. This makes them think that Ferdy outside is playing a prank on them. Very angry, Taylor tries to talk to Furby on the radio, but it doesn't work. At this point, they are very worried. While they are thinking about how to escape from the cave, they suddenly hear the sound of something heavy falling to the ground. Even more worried, Taylor talks to Furby on the radio again. This time, he gets a weak voice saying, "Help me," from the other end of the radio. Taylor asks who is talking. To everyone's fear, it is none other than Furby. Unable to think of what to do, they decide to go further into the cave. They find a place where they can see the sky clearly. Surprisingly, just like they saw the Hopper before, they see the sun going off and on. It seems like the day is over and the night is coming in just a second. But the smart Taylor here thinks that Ferdy outside is entertaining them with a flashlight. But the next second, what they see makes them all freeze in place. As they continue to investigate, they find Furby's dead body lying on the ground. His neck was broken, and there were several wounds on his face. This scene shocked them all. Because of this, they were very afraid that someone was chasing them. After Taylor found the rope that Furby had cut, they were even more convinced that someone was chasing them. Luckily, Furby's GoPro is still working, so they decide to watch it, thinking it may have recorded what happened to Furby. According to the video, Furby has been waiting for Taylor to return for days, but to no avail. He has done everything he can to talk to Taylor. Furby talks on the radio. He has been shouting from every hole in the cave. He has even tried to talk to Taylor by throwing big rocks at him, but nothing has worked. When Furby gets bored, he finds a diary in the van they found earlier. According to the diary, there is a fountain of youth inside the cave. The fountain miraculously heals people and can even bring the dead back to life. This fountain is also the reason why Hopper's parents came to this cave. That's because his mother has severe cancer. After spending a few days like this, Furby is very tired. All the food and water they brought is gone. When his friends don't come back, Furby finally decides to leave. But to do that, he has to take the keys to Taylor's Jeep. So Furby decides to enter the cave and find the key. But as soon as he crosses the barrier separating the two atmospheres, he sees the sky changing very quickly. Before he can even imagine what is happening, the cage suddenly breaks and Furby falls to the ground. The sound of Furby falling to the ground is the same sound that Taylor heard earlier, as if something heavy was falling to the ground. After falling to the ground, when Taylor talks on the radio, the injured Furby asks Taylor to help him. But unfortunately, because of this sound, a group of cannibals from inside the cave come there and kill Furby without any mercy. The group that sees this unfortunate incident that happened to Furby is speechless. You can't even imagine how Furby spent days outside while they were inside the cave for about half an hour. Now they need to get out of this hell somehow. Kara is the only one who is not injured and can climb up, so he has to climb out of the cave without a rope and call for help. Before leaving, Taylor gives Kara a device that can be used to inform the relevant authorities about their location after they receive the signal. After a lot of effort, Kara finally manages to get out of the cave. From what he sees, Kara can see the stars during the day. What was once a lonely forest has become a completely barren wasteland, completely unsuitable for human habitation. Also, a huge dust storm is coming from the distance. The oxygen level in that area is very low. Because of this, Kara has difficulty breathing and starts coughing continuously. Terrified, Kara climbs a rock to find the signal for the device, but nothing works. Instead, he sees a spaceship-like object floating in the distance. That means that thousands of years have passed in the world of light during the time they have been inside the cave. When Kara goes back into the cave, Taylor and the others start scolding Kara for not even going outside. Kara has been inside the cave for a full 30 minutes, but only a few seconds have passed. Kara gets very angry because of Taylor's words that do not appreciate his hard work and shows the video that Kara recorded. Somehow, Taylor finally realizes that for some reason, time is passing very quickly inside the cave. Every time the sun goes down and lights up, a full day passes outside. This makes it clear that none of their ropes were cut by anyone. The ropes have worn out like this due to years of friction. After all this, the Weavers decide to watch Furby's GoPro footage again. The team watching it sees something they never imagined. In one frame of the video, the sky changes color. They see the dark sky turn from winter to bright summer. That means that every second spent inside this cave is not a day outside, but a whole year. This revelation scares them beyond imagination. Now, they want to get out of this hell more than ever. Kara tries to get out of the cave after his fatigue subsides. Suddenly, a ladder with advanced technology suddenly falls into the cave. Then, they see a large alien-like figure descending along it, so the Taylors decide to leave. When the creature descends, it is suddenly a man-eater who has come from somewhere. He starts attacking him, but the giant alien easily manages to subdue the man-eater with his sharp weapon. They then turn to Taylor, causing Taylor and his group to flee in fear. Shortly after, several cannibals arrive at a mysterious location to eat their latest victim. Apparently, the cowboy we saw at the beginning of the movie is the one who is being hunted like this. Unfortunately, they see Taylor and his group and start chasing them. To give the others time to escape, Taylor sacrifices his life and starts fighting the cannibals alone. But Taylor can't do anything. The cannibals brutally kill Taylor. Then, Kara, who somehow manages to get past the cannibals and goes back inside, sees Taylor's lifeless body. While Kara cries in pain, a giant alien creature comes there and drags Taylor away and throws him into a small pool of water there. So, apparently, this is the Fountain of Youth. After a while, Taylor, who died, comes back to life. If everyone laughs, the old myth of the Fountain of Youth has finally become true. Before they can celebrate, the cannibals return and start attacking the giant. This time, they are outnumbered, and the cannibals are able to attack the giant and knock one of his helmets into the rocks. This makes it difficult for the giant to breathe. However, with the help of Taylor and Kara, the giant is able to subdue the giant before he is killed by the cannibals. After the battle, Taylor and Kara try to help the giant get up, but it is no use. Apparently, if the oxygen in the Earth's atmosphere becomes toxic to him, his organs stop working. Just then, Weiss and Jackie arrive there. Before dying, the giant shows Taylor a news report on TV about Taylor's disappearance centuries ago. He also shows Taylor several videos showing the Earth becoming uninhabitable. This is why people have left Earth and gone to find another planet. It is a spaceship called the Ark that has taken people to another world in this way. So this is the ship that Kara saw when he went out earlier and said all these details and finally breathed his last. Then, when Taylor investigates further inside the cave, he finds Professor Hopper lying injured on the ground. But what he sees in the next second is so shocking that he forgets where he is. There were several time layers in front of him that took less time than the previous time layer. While Hopper's parents were stuck in time in the first layer, people from prehistoric eras in the more distant layers were fighting each other to own the Fountain of Youth. Then Hopper explains that the cave system itself was designed to keep humans and all other living things away from the fountain. Taylor tries to take Hopper to the spring, but Hopper leaves him there and forces Taylor to leave. Taylor returns after a while and puts Furby's body into the spring. Jackie also heals his leg injury. But as they are about to leave, the cannibals surround them again. With nowhere else to go, Taylor decides to use the ladder the giant brought to get out. Kara climbs up the ladder first, but when he reaches the top, he sees that the exit is completely filled with water. To the surprise of the rest of the group, a creature suddenly emerges from the water and pulls Kara up. Now, Taylor and the others have no idea what to do. If they go up the ladder, the same thing will happen to them as happened to Kara. If you go down the ladder, the savages will kill and eat them alive. A few seconds later, the fully evolved Kara emerges from the water and pulls everyone, including Taylor, up with advanced technological ropes. He also pulls Ferdy, Hopper, and Hopper's parents up. So the creatures that pulled Kara up earlier are none other than humans who have evolved over time. Although Kara was pulled up to the water and spent a few seconds inside the cave, Kara has lived outside for years. Finally, the entire team is brought to the spaceship that is traveling to find a planet suitable for humans. Accordingly, it is completely controlled by evolved beings who speak a completely different language. Finally, the movie ends with the ship leaving our blue planet forever and finding a new planet and leaving the ship in deep space. So if you think this video is good, don't forget to like it and subscribe to our channel to watch more videos like this. And see you again with another new movie.